if you have something which is actually very, very important for you, make sure that it gets into the contract, both with the SI as well as with the customer. Okay, so the last and the most interesting part is that as an IT professional, right, what I need to do. So this is some of it which is based on my experience as well as my consultants, right, who actually certified. So what I think is that it's a complete DNA shift, right? We were used to developing something, deploying it something which we could have control on, both as an SI as well as a customer. Now, there are certain things which you have control, certain things you don't have a control. And certain things you have to do it on certain time frame, right? So a lot of things would change. And the technology is a paradigm shift on the technology, right? So today, a lot of things, there was a custom proprietary development tool for all of this enterprise CRM. Now we are getting into more of an open system tools, be it a Java, be it any of the, like for example, if you're using it into a big data, Hadoop. A lot of the open platforms are coming in space, and I think this is the platforms which will be leveraged in the further development as well. Okay, so what should I do? The most important is that you choose the application where you want to build your career. It could be a Microsoft, it could be a Salesforce, it could be an Oracle, it could be an XY application service provider. But make sure you select the right and see that this particular application has got a long lease of life. Right? It should not so happen that you build your expertise on one application and this application is being acquired, or it's been acquired and modified, or this is no more in the market, it's been bankrupt and all this. There are a lot of examples today we have seen. A lot of companies which are one-time success in the market, today they are not there. So choose the right product vendor and enhance your skills. And certification on cloud implementation modules. So it goes back to the old days actually, right? So for example, when I started my career in Siebel 15 years back, the Siebel certification was a big thing, right? So for any technology, in the initial stages, certification matters. So, and it wouldn't cost much, right? The cost of programs which were 10 years back, it's almost 1/10 of the cost. So choose one of the certification which you think it's relevant, which is good for you, go for the certification. And most important is that actually analytical, right? Say for example, social cloud mobility analytics, which is very much part of the cloud CRM. You cannot avoid, right? So you make sure not only just you focus on your CRM skills, you also pick up your analytics skills. And strong web development skills. So when I say strong web development skills, it's not about developing a website or anything. We're talking about an user experience, how to enrich the user experience, right? So when you develop something, be it a portal or be it a cloud CRM application, make sure it has got the high usability, right? Where the customer should like the user interface. So that we should have some skills around it. And knowledge and data migration and integration. So you have seen in a CRM space, in the enterprise CRM, you would have specialists for data migration, you would have specialists for integration, you have specialists for UI configuration. Now the world is shrinking, right? Now they would just say, I need a cloud CRM consultant who can develop a UI, who can take care of the data migration, who can take care of the integration, right? So make sure you get a holistic knowledge of all three spaces. And strong customer analytics skills. As I mentioned, the cloud projects actually requires a lot of conference room pilot. You need to sit day in, day out with the customer, make him understand the business process. And majority of the projects are going to be like coexistence projects. Okay, so this coexistence projects requires you to understand both the on-premise application as well as the cloud CRM application, because they're going to be staying together, integrated, right? So you need to be day in, day out. You need to interact with the customer, right? That will surely will help you to increase your consulting skills. An ability to customize data model for CRM system. Okay. This is very important, even though, as I said, there is not much of customization which is required for any of the SaaS-based or a cloud-based application. In case if you have to do a customization, right, then you need to understand the complete architecture, right? It's not just knowing the UI development or a couple of entities and all this. You need to have a very thorough understanding of the data model of this application. And most important thing is that, as I said, it is not that we are going to run away from an enterprise CRM from the day one. So you may be having a background in any of the enterprise CRM. You need to sustain the skills because, as I said, it has to go through a phase where they have to decommission the entire on-premise application and then move on to cloud. Till the time, you should have that expertise and ability to support the existing application. So it's not that you're going to be done away with one application and moving to other. So whatever the skills you have, it's going to stay with you. You're just complementing your skills by learning something new, be it a Fusion CRM, Salesforce, or Microsoft Dynamics. Okay, so that's all I have, and thank you very much. And